Hey folks, this is our HP Colour LaserJet Pro M252dw and we're using our do-it-yourself refills to churn out our catalogue because, well, we'd be broke if we had to print everything on HP cartridges. And I'm going to show you exactly how we've done 10 complete refills up until now and printed 6,204 mainly double-sided pages, most of which were sent out to actual, real customers. As far as refilling goes, you can safely ignore anything the printer tells you up until you get this message saying toner very low. At the same time, you might also get this pop-up on your computer screen with the default installation. And just in case you didn't take the hint, the printer stops printing. And all you have to do is get your finger out and go, OK, print in colour, and never stop. And now you want to carry on printing, like we're doing here, until one of your cartridges starts fading out. Why? Because when a cartridge is fading out, you can be sure not only that you've had your money's worth, but also that you're going to neatly sidestep any mixing and overfilling issues. Now, back when U-Refill Toner invented the do-it-yourself toner refill, it was the 1990s, and most laser printers living in the wild were mono. That's to say, you could print any colour you liked, as long as it was black. And spotting fade out was easy, because you were looking for one cartridge fading from black to grey. It's different though if you're printing colour. Have a look at my balloons. One of them was printed with a fading cartridge. Can you see which one? And if so, which colour is actually fading? To most of us, it's not immediately obvious. So, introducing Yes, coming soon to a laser printer near you. Talk about your melodrama. And if you look at the orange and blue rectangles over here, you'll see there's something going on with both of them, which tells us it's actually the magenta cartridge that's fading. And more about that later in the video. So once upon a time, our yellow faded out, and we knew that because we printed the But this time we saw it was the yellow and orange that were squiffy, so it's definitely the yellow cartridge, and now it's time to melt and pour. Now there's no need to do this when you do it, but the position of this hole is quite exacting, so we've half melted this so you can see exactly where it needs to go, which is there. And when you get through, you find, for reasons best known to HP, that you're not in the toner compartment yet, as you would have been in every other HP cartridge for the last 23 years. Instead, we've got some sort of toner bag to deal with. So grab your carpet knife and make these two cuts in a kind of a cross. Do your best to bend the four flaps back to make room for the toner spout to come in. And then it's a case of shake and pour. Pretty much exactly like this. Lean it back here and jam the spout in to avoid making a mess. And then tilt it back upright before you disengage the bottle, or you make a mess there too. And if we get in here, we'll see that evidence of toner actually got inside there. And we actually had to do this twice to get all but the dregs of our toner into that cartridge. Then you've got this plug that comes with our M252 starter kit, and you just put that in thusly. And that puppy's done. Wang it back in. And as I said before, we have printed 6,204 mainly double-sided pages on this printer so far at the time the video was made. Now, if you've rummaged all through shed and garage but found that you don't, in fact, own a toner cartridge melting tool, a perfectly sized rubber plug, or indeed a bottle of HP M252 toner, don't worry. I figured that might be the case and put all that weird stuff in my M252 black starter kit. Remember that we knew the yellow was actually fading out by checking the swatch and seeing that both yellow and orange were well dodgy. If your black's fading, only the black area is affected, so that's easy. If your cyan's fading, only the blue area is affected, so that's easy. Which just leaves Captain Magenta, and if he's fading, we're in big trouble with the Mysterons, and both blue and orange are affected on the swatch. Confused yet? Don't worry, they're all summed up at the top of the swatch itself, and I'm giving you a link to download a PDF of the swatch at the end of this video. Now, mark my words. If, for example, your yellow's fading out, then go ahead and refill your yellow, but leave all the others well alone. Or in the words of William Shakespeare, only refill what's fading, or only in grief you'll be wading. Not perhaps one of his better known quotes, but it certainly is relevant to the HP M252. Did I mention I'm trying to flog you this starter kit? It's got a melting tool, it's got a plug, a bottle of black toner. Don't forget, you'll need your own carpet knife or other very sharp knife and a small flat blade screwdriver. If you're not in the UK, you might need to find an alternative way to heat up the end of the melting tool, depending on the voltage in your country. As promised, a link to the PDF of the fade-out swatch is appearing on the screen about now. Never forget the seminal words of Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Only refill what's fading, or in grief you'll be wading. Okay, could have been Julius Caesar, I'm not sure. On behalf of everyone here at U Refill Toner, it's been a hoot and a half making this video for you. Keep refilling in the free world.